Managers in the Championship are generally either one season from the Premier League or one season from the sack. Let's rank the current performance of every single one from worst to best. Now, this would normally be a 24-team list, but with Rotherham having just sacked Matt Taylor, we will leave them out completely and start with 23rd, Wayne Rooney, Birmingham City. Sorry, Wazza, I'll always love you for what you did as a player, but it has been a horrible start. Admittedly, the fixtures have skewed on the difficult side, but 1 point in 5 games is pretty dire, and the Blues fans were already a bit miffed with Eustace being fired. 22nd, David Wagner, Norwich City. Honestly, I'm surprised Wagner is still in at Norwich. Poor results, horribly toxic atmosphere for that defeat against Blackburn, and a new sporting director in above him. It's on a razor's edge at Carrow Ride, and Wagner needs a winning run immediately. 21st, Danny Roll, Sheffield Wednesday. Okay, giant caveat that Roll inherited a horrible mess thanks to Mr. Chansiri, but other than a home win over fellow bottom 3 side Rotherham, he's lost every game, and Wednesday haven't scored a single goal. Hopefully, he can turn the ship around over the longer term. 20th, Mark Robins, Coventry City. I can't believe I've got Robins this low. Problem is, he's set an excessively high bar for himself by dragging Coventry from League 2 all the way to last season's playoff final. I'm still fairly confident he'll turn this around, but this season in isolation does feel a big underperformance. 19th, Darren Moore, Huddersfield. Yes, Moore had to fill the big shoes of Neil Warnock, and with a squad that hadn't really been spruced that much over the summer, but its relegation form so far, they look worryingly blunt going forward and at risk if there's a surge from any of the bottom 3. 18th, Liam Manning, Bristol City. Can't really judge Manning at all, can we? He's the first of a group of very new managers in the division that have never been here before. 1 game, undefeated in the Championship, but also he's never won. We'll know more in a month or 6. 17th, Marty Cifuentes, QPR. Exactly the same as Liam Manning, although he's had twice as many games, hasn't he? Yeah, all 2 of them. Big job for Cifuentes, but if he can pull QPR out of the bottom 3, he'll be climbing up this list pretty rapidly. 16th, Joe Edwards, Millwall. There's actually a quite fun, sarcastic argument that we should put Joe Edwards at number 1 here. He's played 1 game and he got a 4-0 away win in the bank. Of course, I've put him above the other 2 newbies because of that win, but in reality, we know nothing yet, do we? 15th, Mike Duff, Swansea City. It's hard to criticise Mike Duff too much. Swans have finished 15th and 10th in the past 2 seasons, and it was always going to be a big change of style for him this season. That 4-game winning streak starting in September, though, is probably propping him up a little bit, though. 14th, Stephen Schumacher, Plymouth. Look, if we were judging total job at their club, Schumacher would probably be right at the top of this list with Mark Robins. This season, though, he has got Argyle competitive. They don't look like they're going to go down, do they? If the away form wasn't so horrible, he'd likely be higher, and I am a big fan. 13th, Alex Neil, Stoke City. Maybe a bit of recency bias here, as Alex Neil goes into the international break 5 undefeated and with 4 straight clean sheets. Stoke did back him well in the summer, though, so he really needs to be pushing top 10 for me to get a bit more excited about his work. Now, it may be international break in the Championship, but there is still plenty happening on the FanHub app, and the FanHub 5's predictor game is still rolling on this weekend. Let's get involved. What chance? A home clean sweep, hey? Probably slim, knowing my record with predictions. Think you can do better? Well, give it a whirl, download the FanHub app, but be sure to use my golden ticket code BEN-CU7. That's BEN-CU7. 12th, Valerian Ismail, Watford. Insert jokes here about Big Val getting a new contract and outlasting many other Watford managers under the potsos, but that does add some kudos, doesn't it? Ultimately, a Year 2 parachute team should be up and challenging, but nice streak currently, and it does look like he's building something at the Vic. 11th, Jean Dahl Thomason, Blackburn. I'm growing to rather like John Dale Thomas, and yes, Rovers can be a bit confusing to analyse sometimes, but he gets very little backing and consistently develops players and produces exciting, open, attacking, goal-scoring football. He could be doing a lot worse, put it that way. 10th, Michael Carrick, Middlesbrough. Yeah, Carrick is another who suffers from big expectations due to his excellent work last season. Borough are in excellent form again this season, looking far more like their old selves, but that really poor start transitioning to the new signings means he can't go too much higher yet. 9th, Liam Rossignol, Hull City. I'm really enjoying Rossignol. Okay, he got some decent backing in the summer, but that is being utilised very nicely, and I think we all see a well-coached team with definite philosophy and playoff potential. No top half finish since 2017 could well be about to change this year for Hull. 8th, Tony Mowbray, Sunderland. Look, on the one hand, Sunderland are a big club you would expect to be challenging. On the other, they have gone straight from League One to a top 6 Championship team over the last 18 months or so. They're in the playoff spots again, loads of exciting youngsters being developed. Really enjoying your work, Tony Mowbray. 7, Russ Martin, Southampton. Now, Southampton are in really good form right now. Big thumbs up for that, but we can't forget a horrible September. Russ Martin splits opinion. Look, I kind of like him. Unfortunately, though, for a Year 1 parachute team the size of Southampton, it is promotion or failure. Watch this space. 6th, Errol Bulut, Cardiff. What a lovely surprise Errol Bulut has been. I'd never heard of him, and with Cardiff's transfer embargo, their prolific sacking history last season, I thought, I don't really like this. Bulut has done great so far, and if they stay in the top 10 where they are now, giant thumbs up. 5th, Ryan Lowe, Preston. Yeah, this one is pretty binary and almost totally based on league position. Preston started brilliantly, tailed off, but they did win their last 2 before the international break, leaving them 5th. I know wealthier teams are coming strong for them, but if they stay there, or anywhere near there, then that is superb work from Ryan Lowe. 4th, Daniel Farke, Leeds United. Farke has been excellent, steadied the ship very nicely after the takeover, really dominated the summer, and now Leeds are in red hot form. We all know though, the expectation is top 2, and though he may well get there soon enough, that's where he needs to be. 3rd, Carlos Corberan, West Brom. Things did not look good for West Brom pre-season. Parachute payments gone, financial meltdown forecasted, little or no transfer business done. Honestly, I'd have said bottom 6 more likely than the top 6 challenge, and here they are, goal difference away from the playoffs. Fair play, Carlos. 2nd, Enzo Maresca, Leicester City. Is it Leicester's brilliant squad, Maresca's management, or a mix of the two that is responsible for their record-breaking form? If the back-to-back defeats spiral, then I will change my mind, but it would be churlish not to credit a manager with so many points on the board. 1st, Kieran McKenna, Ipswich Town. 4, a promoted League One side to keep pace with this record-breaking Leicester side and actually be clear in front of 2 other very strong-looking Year 1 parachute teams is honestly pretty miraculous. Enjoy it while it lasts, Ipswich Town fans. What a job McKenna is doing. There you go. That is my list of Championship managers ranked from worst to best on current performance. Now, before you get involved in the comments, let me just tell you a little story about 2 guys I know, Richard and Dick. Richard watches my YouTube content with an open mind. He doesn't obsess unhealthily over the team he supports, and when he comments, he's really balanced and enhances the debate. Now, Dick, well, he struggles to cope with his emotions when talking football, especially when it comes to talking about the team he supports. He tends to be very angry and argumentative in the comments, unless, of course, the team he supports is being praised. Anyway, where was I? Get involved in the comments, but please, be a Richard, don't be a dick. And if everyone comments that their manager should be higher, and I move them all up 3 places, then my list is actually spot on. Think about that. I would love you to stay right here on the Benjamin Bloom Football channel and watch another international break video. Click here to see a really fun collaboration earlier in the week with Just Joe, find out who we picked in one player I'd sign from every Championship club.